Hello and welcome back to Tits, Tums and All Things Mum, and how the tables have turned today. I've got Sharon from Wedding Mayhem on.
I am so scared.
Why?
I don't think I slept last night after
Why?
Because this is the first time I've done this.
Yeah.
I've done podcasts but not visual.
Yeah.
And I'm like...
But you literally do your own podcast. Why are you scared?
Yeah, I know, and I've done it for a while. But also, I'm on the wrong side.
Yeah, I know.
And I think it really is...
It is nerve-wracking because when I came on yours, I was like, I'm not used to talking about me. I'm normally asking people to talk about them.
Yeah.
So it's weird. But we're going to talk about you today.
All right, that's a bit odd.
Good luck with that. Good luck with that. So tell us about you, your podcast, and all the many weird and wonderful things that you do in life.
I don't think we've got enough time. Right, okay.
I mean, go. We've got time.
So I am. So I have a wedding boutique in Surrey. I've had it for 25 years. I've built it from scratch. I'm a beekeeper. I love my bees. I make spa ritual things like candles and creams. I'm a podcaster. I have my own show called Wedding Mayhem, which is blown up quite big, which is weird. And I'm a grandmother.
Yeah. I just love all your things that you do and how
I'm an author.
Yeah, and an author. You're literally like me. Like when I say I'm an intensive care nurse, but also a podcaster and an author and this and that, people are like, what the hell? Yeah. You're literally the same.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm a podcaster, a beekeeper. Yeah. It's so random. Yeah. And you make like beauty stuff as well.
Yeah, I love it. But if there's a gap, I'm going to fill it.
Yeah.
I can't sit there and like be bored.
Yeah.
You know, and but also I think it just keeps like the grandchildren and my son entertained. Yeah. But my husband sits there and we watch things like the pottery throwdown, and then he looks at me and goes, "No."
I'm literally exactly the same. As soon as something pops up in life, like the guys here, I'm always saying, "Oh, that would be a good idea," and they just look at me like, "Don't do it, Lottie. Don't do it." Yeah. Because as soon as I have a gap in my life, or I see something sparkly and shiny, I'm like, "Oh, that would be fun." Yeah. But then I end up stressed and burnt out.
Yeah.
Do you get the stress and burnout?
Yeah, I do, and I'm getting better at recognizing, which I think is the hardest part. Yeah. Because before I would just go and then I'll just fall. Yeah. So I am recognizing that. So I will now take silence. Yeah. Because I also run marathons too.
Bloody hell.
So that is my therapy. Yeah. You know, that because I am actually on my phone because I'm posting reels for the show. Yeah. But it's that silence. Yeah. And sometimes I'll run without music. Yeah. You know, or forget that the music has actually stopped. Yeah. So it's just me, the road, and my thoughts. Yeah. And unfortunately, that then comes back to me having another bright idea on the way round. Yeah. But it's good. And I talk through things in my head, in my space. And when you talk to somebody, your problems are half shared. Yeah. And that they're not as big as they were in your head. Yeah. And I tend to do that. I tend to sort of spill it out. I'm not talking out loud because that's a bit weird. Don't do that sometimes. Yeah. But when I'm thinking about it and I can put it in its box and I deal with problems a little bit at a time, then it's not so massive as it was, or even scary.
Yeah, definitely. And are you getting better at like deciding, oh no, I've got too much on, maybe I won't take on that thing? Or do you
did actually say to somebody this week, I can't do that this week.
Proud of you.
I have never done that before.
Oh, I love that. I love that. That's so good.
But I'll do it next week.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and that was like, because I treat everything as urgent.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So as soon as a message comes in, I have to answer it. Yeah. An email comes in, I have to answer it. So I'm probably not doing my best that I could do. So we talked in the green room about parking. Yeah. And parking for me has been massively helpful and dealing with it. And I wish when I was a mum back in the 1900s that I'd done that, because I think life would have been a lot easier.
But I think sometimes when you talk about parking, you're on about like parking stuff and doing it at a later date. I think sometimes that's really hard as well. Yeah. Like actually recognising that you need to park something and just stop it for a minute. I've recently just sold my business because...
Which one?
Which one? I used to run a PR agency and I loved it. It was my baby. I grew it from scratch and it was just the best thing. But I have so much other stuff that I'm doing that I decided that it was time to park it and, you know, get rid of it. So I sold it. And I just feel like this massive sense of relief and like, but I'm scared that I'm now going to find something else to do to fill that time. Yeah. Like the other day, I had a day where I was just free and I was like, oh my God, I don't
makes you panicky, doesn't it?
Yeah, I was like, but I actually got a lot of work done for like all my other things that I do, and it was really productive. But having that free time just gets you a bit like,
something's wrong.
Yeah, it's not right.
No, I'm in the same position because there's things for next year changing, hopefully massively, and but I have to say, for me, you know, ChatGPT has been a massive help for me because it gives me a schedule and I can just literally pop out what's in my brain down and I'll go, can you organise me? And then it'll come back with stuff and I'll go, no, I need more time for that. And, you know, it gives me toilet breaks. It gives me lunch breaks. I'm like, lunch breaks? Wow, you're a good boss.
I literally don't know what we did before ChatGPT. And
I wish I had it.
It's so good for people with brains like ours that are quite busy and just need organising. Because I do the same. I'm like, ChatGPT, I've got this to do. Sort it out. And it sorts it out. And like I said before we came on air, I'm moving house at the moment, and the thought of all of the admin and stuff made me really overwhelmed. And I just said to ChatGPT, like, put in order the things that I need to do in order to move house. And it's written me like a list of like when I need to do it, like timescales. And I'm like, this is amazing. I just feel like so more
it's
relaxed
like having a life manager. And, you know, just chatting.
And a therapist.
Yeah.
Although
definitely.
It was in the news the other day that ChatGPT is not good for therapy because it tells you what it thinks you want to hear.
That's interesting because my sister's using it to get over, you know, a breakup and and it's been comforting for her. So I think, you know, I think that works in that way. But I sort of agree.
I think maybe if you were doing something that was maybe wrong, but you were talking to ChatGPT about it, it would tell you what it thinks you want to hear. So then,
well, it's like a mate, isn't it?
Yeah,
you know, mate's not going to, you know, say no, you're wrong.
Yeah,
you know,
depends.
I'm your friend, but it's, you know, but they're being kind.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, so you spoke briefly about being a mum in the 1900s.
Yeah. No, because in 2 years' time, I'm 60.
Oh my God.
You know, and that's pretty scary.
I bet you don't feel a day over 21 either. Because you're still quite young at heart, aren't you?
And I think my mindset is still modern.
Yeah.
You know, I've got, you know, people around me that are the same age and they've aged like mentally and physically. And, you know, and I just don't want to be like that.
Yeah, because you're exactly the same age as my mum.
Wow.
But my mum doesn't leave the house, she doesn't do anything, and I just think there's such a difference in that. And like the same, my mother-in-law is the same age as my mum, but she's like you, she's out, she's busy, she's doing stuff, but they're just so different.
I just don't want to be left behind. And I want to be able to communicate and talk on the same level as my grandchildren. And understand where they're coming from. So when they need something, then I'm able to deal with them in modern language and times. And if I don't keep up with it, then I am going to be left behind and they're not going to communicate with me. And I think that's probably my greatest fear.
Yeah, that's true. You need to be the cool grandma.
I am.
I love it.
I'm the one that always has gum.
I love it. So what was it like back then being a mum without social media, without those pressures, but also without that ability to just like Google or ChatGPT something?
Yeah, it was scary and lonely. I was a million miles from home. We moved from Cornwall. We were in recession. My husband got made redundant. I had a job and we came up here and I got my job over the phone or, as a telephone call. They hadn't visually seen me or anything. And back in the day, actually
back in my day,
you used to have to send your CV with a photo of yourself. Obviously that doesn't happen now, but so I literally got my job offer on the phone. I hadn't even been to the office or anything like that. So it was all a lot when I look back now, and I'm thinking, God, I was 23.
Yeah.
22, and in a new city, and up, Cornwall to Kingston was massive.
Cornwall, there's like no one down there.
No, we've got grass in the middle of the motorway. Do you know what I mean?
Even now, like when you go down there, you feel like you go back in time.
Yes, 100%.
When you go to Cornwall. Yes. But I love that.
Stillness. But, and I remember saying to my manager, I said, right, I'm going, going up the village for my dinner.
Yeah.
And he went, you're going up the town for your lunch. I went, right, okay, and it was all a lot. And, I struggled to get pregnant. And now I'm older, I realise that actually the missed periods were actually miscarriages.
Oh.
And so I lost quite a few babies along the way. But then suddenly when I did fall pregnant, we weren't in a great stage of our relationship, and unfortunately we didn't last the time. But so I had all that going on, and pregnant, and no friends, and it was just all too much. Scary, very scary.
And how do you think it was in terms of like not comparing yourself online to people? Do you think it's difficult for mums these days because of that comparison online, like the pressures to keep up with the clean house, all of that stuff? Do you think it was easier back then in terms of social media?
I don't think it was.
No,
I don't think it was, because then you had, the toddler and parent groups, and then you were going there to their houses for tea, and they always had better and bigger houses, and we had no money, and we had a flat, and so keeping up with the Joneses, I think
so
that
was still a thing, but just not 100%. Like an online thing.
And I think with online you can shut it down. You don't have to look at it. You can walk away from it, but when it's physically there, and the book's telling you that this is the way you do it. There was no alternative. My mother-in-law was used to be a midwife, but she was on the Isle of Wight, and she was very good, but very matrionic about how she would do stuff. But she was quite good not interfering, but asking, did any help? My mum, on the hand, was very much interfering, going, you need to do it like this, need to do it like that. Luckily, she was in Cornwall. Unfortunately, she did suffer with mental health, so we seesawed up and down. And when I didn't do it her way, the roof came off, and so it was hard. It was hard.
And then you went through a breakup soon after that. So what was it like going through a breakup back then? Did you have a village? I suppose you didn't, because you were down.
No, because I went back to work. Because again, we were in recession. My job suddenly became not available to me. They'd already filled it, and again, we don't have the regulations and laws that we have now. So I had no job, and we needed money because my husband wasn't earning as much as we needed. And I ended up, I worked for an estate agent, and they went, I'm really sorry, but your position's been filled, but we've got these repossessions that we need cleaning, would you do it? And I was like, yeah, all right. And Challenge Annika was out, Annika Rice, and she had
what you're talking about.
Back in the 1900s.
I wasn't born then.
But she had these jumpsuits that all colours, all different colours. And that's it. And I recreated myself into a removal and cleaning specialist. So I was taking my son with me in his little carry tots, whatever it was, and plonk him in the middle. And when I look back now, it was horrific, because these places were repossessions that had sitting tenants in. So we're talking alcohol, we're talking drug users. There was needles everywhere. Luckily, he wasn't toddler. He was a month, 6 weeks old, but I'm still there with stitches up me. What's it?
Oh my God.
Cleaning. But you have to do what you have to do to get by, don't you?
You do.
So, dealing with that. And then I did then go back into work because they realised that they needed me and knew that I could multitask. And I brought something different into the business for them. And then I got poached into a full-time job. So then that's when the wheels came off with the marriage. And it was difficult.
Yeah. How is it going through? How old was your little one when you went through the breakup?
4.
Oh.
Yeah.
Quite little still.
He was very little.
Yeah.
And I didn't have the tools to manage it. Nowadays they're like, right, you tell them this and you tell them that.
Yeah.
And so I have always, and I can't tell you whether that was the right thing to do or not. But I just told him what was happening. We were leaving house. He helped me pack.
Yeah.
And I think he probably thought he was going on a holiday. But that was it. He packed his rucksack and stuff like that, and one case, and off we went.
Yeah.
And he settled in quite well. I moved in with somebody else at the same time, and again he adjusted to that, and I just talked him through what we were doing.
I think you just have to be honest with kids at that age, I think, because they're very black and white. Like they don't deal with grey areas very well. So you just have to.
He was clever.
Yeah.
So I think if I lied to him or sugarcoated it, he would see right through it.
Yeah.
And his dad was the same. His dad was like, right, your mother ballsed up.
Yeah.
And it was a difficult time for both of us.
Yeah.
Because he was hurt.
Yeah.
I was hurt because of what of what was happening, and there was a lot of fighting within a very small period of time.
Yeah.
And I have to tell you this funny story because humour gets you through everything, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I remember him ringing me up, and I think every time we spoke, it was a buster because he didn't want the family to, but it was broken beyond repair. And he went, right. And I went, okay, and I go, oh God, here I go again, because I was the person in the wrong to break it. And I thought, here we go again. He went, right, how do you do these jacket potatoes? So this is my northern accent, because he's a Yorkshire boy.
That was really not northern. That was like a Londoner accent.
How do you do these jacket potatoes in the microwave? And I went, you just get it, you stab a few holes in it, and then you put it in. He went, how long did you put it in? And I went, 20 minutes, half an hour. And he went, oh, can I swear?
You can swear.
For fuck's sake. I went, why? And he said, they've been in the oven for nearly 4 hours.
Oh my God.
The microwave oven.
Oh.
So they were coals.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and we just laughed so much, bellyache laughed on the phone. And from that moment on, we were, we're still friends now, but that broke the tension, and we're like, right, what we're going to do, how we're going to do this, and we managed it, and he was my champion at times when I needed him, because that relationship didn't last, and I was homeless for a little while, and we managed it between ourselves until I got myself straight, and we did it quite quickly, and poor my little one was like, right, where am I going now? But we were a team, and I think that's the most important. But I was incredibly lucky.
Did you manage like co-parenting okay?
Co-parenting is quite scary. I didn't realise until recently, when we had the divorce coach Sarah Davison on my show, that actually when you have your children, you don't ever think that one day you won't be putting them to bed one night, or another woman will be putting them to bed.
That's terrifying.
Isn't it terrifying?
I went through a stage, my husband and I, thankfully we're through it now, we nearly got a divorce, but my biggest fear in all of it was not having my children and like someone else putting them to bed. Like, I could deal with being away from him, I could deal with like the finances, the having to move house, the thought of being alone and having no children, because I also work from home, so I'm with them 24/7. I do every school run, I'm with them all the time, so the thought of them like being away from me 50% of the time, I was terrified.
Yeah.
So thankfully we've come out the other side of it now. But
it's scary. And what if that other woman is not a good person?
Or a very good person.
And better than you.
Better than me. How dare she be better than me?
This is the ADHD and competitiveness. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Imagine they love her so much and they're they come back and they're she got me this, she did this, she read a story really good. I'd be like,
yeah. And the thing is that, George did have another partner, and obviously I had a partner, and I didn't appreciate actually how hard it must have been for him being the other side. We talk about us, but also for him. And he was very good. He managed it. He's older than me. He was 21 years older than me. And I have total respect for him, because I think he handled that so well. And it must have hurt him a lot. But the co-parenting actually worked in my favour, because my job was working weekends. And I'd get I'd get Tuesday off, probably Wednesday. So on the days that I was working, he wasn't working. So Matt spent half the day with me, half the day with him. But the difficulty that we had as Matt was growing up was the fibs in between.
What do you mean?
I've done my homework at Mum's.
Oh, okay.
And he hadn't, and stuff like that. So that was one thing that we had. And George was like, stop going on his back. He's assured me that he's done it. And we get to parents' evening, and Mr. Smith would be standing there going, Matt's a lovely boy. He's great. He's very popular. He's so polite. He's a good lad. But I am 10 weeks behind with homework. And then you could see the colour draining out of Dad's face. And I'm going, I told you. So it was the playoff that the kids would do between the two. And he was very convincing.
And you've got to be careful how you talk about the other parent as well, because in instances like that, you could quite easily be like, oh, your dad's being too soft on you, blah, blah, blah. But my mum and dad divorced when I was really young, and my mum spoke really badly of my dad. So I grew up disliking him until I got to a point where I was an adult, when I actually formed my own opinion and then kind of felt a little bit better about it. But that's another thing you've got to manage.
You can't put over your opinion, because it's not your relationship.
Exactly. However it ended as well, even if the dad was in the wrong and you really want to slate them and everything, you can't, because you need to let them form their own opinion. So it's difficult. And
I do think, and language is important. I think with my son, he saw two parents that loved each other as friends, and you don't need to be nasty. And I know it's hard, and I know you get hurt, but you have to put those aside to be the bigger person for the little person in your life,
which is really, really hard, especially if you've been through something big to cause that breakup, because you're having to shove all those emotions down for the little one who's going through
I'm
it.
the same as you. I came from a broken home and a very disruptive home with violence and drink and God knows what else, and being the little eyes and ears in that taught me quite a lot. But I can see if it was somebody that is quite vulnerable, that it would destroy their life as a young one going into adulthood and thinking that behaviour is acceptable.
But how did you feel? So you've come from this home where there was chaos and divorce and everything, and then you're going into life, and then you're getting divorced early. Did you kind of go into that? So for me, for example, my mum and dad divorced when I was really young. So I made a promise to myself that I would have this together family. I hate calling it a broken home or whatever, but I would have the perfect, in air quotes, family. But then when things were bad and we were kind of heading towards divorce, I was stopping that from happening because I didn't want to end up how my parents were. But actually I was probably staying for all the wrong reasons. Did you find that you were kind of in that space as well?
it's going to surprise a lot of people. I never was the girl that planned her wedding.
Yeah.
I was never not getting married. I wasn't anything.
Yeah.
I'm a go with the flow girl because life was very unpredictable. So I think for me, I would be dealing with the balls coming at me as they came at me, one at a time, because if I tried to manage it too much, it would be too stressful. So I think very early on, my mum had suffered with claustrophobia and wouldn't leave the house. And at 6 years old, I was doing paper rounds. So I was the adult in our family hub. And I think I dealt with that one thing at a time. And I think for me, when the marriage ended, when now I look back, I should have had more of a voice. I should have explained I wasn't happy and emotionally and physically, but I didn't have the tools to do that because I wasn't given them as a child. So that was so that was a real learning curve. I did things that I shouldn't have done, and I should have ended a relationship before I started another one without talking about it first. And I think that taught me a valuable lesson. And I'm on my third marriage now, and I vowed to myself, pretty much like you, but probably the opposite way, to say, if things are not working out, I don't want to be in a relationship where we start hurting each other emotionally and physically. And because I like that person to start with. So why would I end up hating them when they're not a bad person? I wouldn't be with a bad person. I have been in relationships with very bad people, but I've left them. I haven't married them. I only marry good people. And I think that's difficult. So I knew that there wasn't the idyllic rose-coloured spectacle relationship, because that's not real. That's fairy tale, right?
Well, I think social media does kind of create that. Like, you look at these posts of people, like especially near Christmas as well, because like when this episode goes out, it would have
bloody
been
matching pajamas. You're doing that, aren't you? I bet you are.
Fucking hell, I'm one of them. I'm one of them. And if I'd have got a divorce, I wouldn't have been able to be one of them. No, I joke, because we have got through that now. But you see these matching pajama posts of these like perfect looking families with a mum, a dad.
I cannot wait
a boy
to
and a
see
girl.
Michelle Keegan and Mr. Right and the baby in their matches. I'm for it.
But it does put the pressure on though to have that like perfect in air quotes again, because there's no such thing, that perfect family. And you do feel like if you don't have that perfect family, like if you are divorced, if you do have a different dynamic, if you have stepchildren and everything like that, you do feel sometimes a little bit like you're doing it wrong. And I think that's what I was
it's setting you up for being a failure. And if it doesn't go right, then you feel that you failed.
Definitely.
And then you go into fuck it mode. And it's just...
I think that's exactly what I was feeling when we were close to divorce. I was thinking, oh no, we're not going to have those like matching pajamas posts. We're not going to have like every Sunday we go on a family walk with his family. We're not going to have that perfect Sunday walk anymore. And I think those thoughts were going through my head a lot. But actually, there's so many different family dynamics out there, and it's okay, whatever your family looks like. So that's the only thing that I would take away from that, is like, it's okay to just have whatever.
It is. And when I came out of my second marriage, it wasn't just like, oh, it's not working, bye. We did talk about it. Okay, it might have been over text and in emails, but that was his way of doing it. But actually, it took for me to go, this is not working. I am not happy. Not that I'm a diva or anything, because I'm fairly easy to live with, believe it or not. But
sure.
I'm very. I shut that door, and I don't even answer the door to Amazon. I hide.
I literally am the hardest person to live with. Like, I applaud my husband, to be fair. Like, he deals with a lot of shit.
But I said to Ross, I'm not happy. This is making me so sad. And and he apologised, and he was going through stuff that I didn't know.
Yeah.
You know, and that's from his childhood too.
Yeah.
You know, and on his own mission, he was like, I need to get help.
Yeah.
But by then, there was so much had happened that was unspoken that had happened that we just could not get back there.
Yeah.
And we were second guessing ourselves every step of the way. So again, we are still friends. We did our divorce papers in Pizza Express in Weybridge. Not Woking. And you know, and I know that if I was in trouble, I know that if he was in trouble, there is a room. Yeah. You know, that if you need sanctuary or you need help in any way, we would be there for each other. And same as the first husband. And
you got husbands dotted about everywhere that you could go to.
Yeah, one's in Torquay, one's actually just down the road from me. So I need somebody in Barbados, I think.
Yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it be nice?
The wrong one.
I know.
God, why did you fly off to Barbados? I feel like we've just sat and had a little therapy session there.
Yeah.
Let's lighten the mood a bit.
Oh God, what are you going to do to it? This is a bit weird, by the way. And I've sat here holding my boobs.
Do you know what? Most of the time when I'm chatting, I sit there like twiddling the nip. I'm like twiddling the nip.
As long as you're not flicking it, it's fine.
Flick the nip, yeah. Yeah, let's do spin and spill.
Oh God, I'm really scared. What is there? Do I have to take any clothes off? Oh, God. Is it that game?
We're going to do, what is it? Strip, spin and spill.
Spin the bottle. Have you done spin the bottle?
Yes,
have you?
As a teenager, I'm freaking 33 now. Who does spin the bottle at 33? Christ.
Single mums.
Anyway, let's get the wheel on. So here we are, spin and spill with the wheel. I really hope that it's not landing on Rank Bank because we've run out of Rank Bank stories and I've been a shit podcast host and haven't gathered any.
What the hell is Rank Bank?
Oh, I have traumatised Darren with Rank Bank over the years. I have indeed. So let me tell you some stories. Tampon straw is one of the worst ones. A kid goes through mum's bathroom bin and gets out a used tampon applicator and uses it as a straw. That was one of the Rank Bank stories. Another one was a man's condom fell off inside a woman whilst on holiday, and then she was in the sea and felt something squelching around. It came out and she thought it was a jellyfish. Actually, it was the condom that was inside her. Someone's eaten poo. Someone's eaten dog poo.
I got septic shock once from a tampon.
That's also been one of our stories as well.
And I put one in, and this is when going through a breakup. This is when your mind's not in the right place. Yeah. And I put another one in without taking the other one out. Yeah. And then obviously then you go through and then take the other one out. Yeah. And I was so unwell, really so unwell. And the doctor came round and he went, I think you got septic shock. They were checking my body and everything like that. And he was like, I need to get you in the bottle because I was on period. He went, I need to get in the bath. And then this tampon came out. Oh my God, it was like giving birth to a dead seal. It was horrible.
There we go. Stench. Who needs a Rank Bank story when you've got Sharon? We're done.
What do we do?
God, then. Oh God, your watch is going to land on. Freaking land on. Right, you're going to have to come up with more Rank Bank stories now.
Rank Bank.
So Rank Bank. So that was one of our stories. One of my guests had what's it called? Some toxic shock, it's called toxic shock syndrome from a tampon, and she was with a really new boyfriend. And obviously they were having lots of sex because that's what you do when you've got a new boyfriend. And suddenly it started to get a bit smelly down there. And she was like washing it. Couldn't figure out what was going on. And then got really ill, went into hospital, found out that there was a tampon still up there. So yeah, that's been a Rank Bank story before.
God. Well, you're a nurse as well, aren't you? So I bet you've had a few of those.
I've had some.
It's very common
stories. Do you know, nothing personally has happened to me because I work in intensive care.
Because I'm an angel.
No, not me as in like personally, as an intensive care nurse. Nothing, because by the time they come up to intensive care, whatever it is that was in there has been taken out. But I've heard some stories from A&E of things being put up there, including hamsters. Hamsters are apparently a thing in the gay community because apparently a live hamster tickling your G-spot up your bum is a thing. I have a funny story. It is. And I won't say her name. But I was single at the same time as a work colleague and a friend. Yeah.
And she met this man. And they used, I'm really sorry. they had a bottle of wine and a lovely takeaway and everything like that. And one thing led to another. And they ran out of things to do. And they thought it would be a very good idea to insert said empty bottle.
See, that's so dangerous. Because I've heard of a story where it smashed.
And it smashed. Oh, perhaps it's the same person.
No, this was a man. Yeah, up his butt.
It did cut her.
Yeah,
inside.
God.
Yeah, so she was out for about 6 months.
Oh my God.
She had this stitch and everything. Yeah.
Oh God, imagine going to hospital and being like, I'm here because my vagina is cut because I put a bottle of wine up.
Yeah, she's never ever been able to drink Pinot Grigio ever again. Honestly.
No, this was a man and it smashed and literally disintegrated his bowel because it smashed all inside. So yeah, it's really dangerous.
It's different meaning to get smashed.
It's all well and good putting toys up there, maybe like a
rubber things.
Maybe something slightly odd, like a cucumber or something. But I would never look at a bottle of wine.
They were
be
pissed.
Like, that needs to go in me.
I think he was very well endowed, and they were trying to.
They needed something bigger.
Yeah, pretty much. I think that's exactly what happened. Shall I spin it again?
Oh my God! Then do another one. If it lands on Rank Bank again, honestly. Oh, that was close.
Got it.
Right, what has been your best part of motherhood? Oh, she's thinking.
You know, for me personally, is that Matt hasn't had the childhood that I had.
Yeah.
And that was my ultimate goal.
Yeah.
I left home dead on 16 legally.
Yeah.
And I ran away and slept rough from probably about age 11 to be safe. So I was constantly wanting to leave because I didn't want to be in that environment. So for me, make me feel tearful now.
God, I never thought I'd make Sharon cry. I thought this was going to be like a light-hearted, laughing podcast.
Because it's because I look at him now and I'm so proud of him because he is such an amazing guy, and I see the way that he deals with his children. He's got 2 now, and that legacy, the pain and what I went through, I'd do it 10 times over because I don't know whether I would have learnt those skills into motherhood and given him those skills too. So, you know, I feel so proud of him, but I feel so proud of that little girl that was terrified and frightened to not wanting to be the parent I've gone.
I know, you're
Lottie, what have you done?
I've had so many podcasts, and of all the people, you're crying on my podcast. No one else is
I've got another one to do a show after this. About weddings, of all things. But it was well worth it, and I would go through it all again to have that lad in my life.
I feel like as parents, you either go one of 2 ways. If you have a bad life, like you either also have a bad life and kind of do the same sort of things, like repeat the same things, or you want to do completely the opposite and give them like the best life, don't you?
I've kicked the shit out of my life to get where I am, and it's not about me. It is watching my son with his children, and it tears me inside. I am so in love with all of them, and I'm just so grateful that I have finally got a family. Because I've never had it.
Oh, you know, I love that.
You're a cow. You've made me cry.
I didn't do it. You brought it up.
Because I don't talk about it, right?
No, I know, exactly.
So, you know,
I've learned so much more about you today, about all your
Oh dear.
past. This has literally been like a little therapy session. Like, you're going to go home and just do a deep breath, like...
and make candles.
I know. Oh no, you've got to do another podcast episode.
I have got to do another
You're
podcast.
Just going to be drained. Like, oh God, I've just done therapy.
And I want to go and do that race thing.
Oh yeah, stroller speed.
Yes.
We're going to go over and do that now. So like, deep breath. Get in the zone.
Get my shit together.
Got to limber up. Limber up.
That's
We've been waiting a long time to get you on stroller speedway, so it's about time. Where do you reckon you're going to be on the leaderboard?
I want to go top. There's only one way.
Jesus Christ.
I think this is like life has made me very competitive because I want it.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
so
I can tell. Jesus Christ.
so top.
Okay.
Is there a new place to be?
The leaderboard. Let's go.
Got it.
So here we are. I've got Sharon on Stroller Speedway. How long have we been talking about getting you on to do this Stroller Speedway?
Well, it's been over 2 years.
You've been wanting to do this for such a long time.
Yeah, because it's always here when we're recording. We're all like, oh, what is this? And we're like, you know.
And now you're
really
actually doing it and you look really nervous.
I am. Well, I want to win.
So, situation is you've put your... How long has it been since you've changed a nappy, by the way? Oh, no, but you've got grandbabies, haven't you?
Yeah, but, I mean, Ari's... Yeah, so I haven't done Ava, so I would say probably about a year.
Oh, not that long then. We've had people who've like not done them for 18 years.
Oh, okay.
So you're quite recent.
I'm still not very good at it.
So she's in the pushchair. She's done a poo. You're going to take her out.
Yeah.
You're going to change her bum, get her as clean as you'd like your own child.
Okay.
Put the new nappy back on, do her vest up, put her back in the pushchair.
Okay.
Slalom that way.
Yeah.
Slalom that way.
Okay.
Touch my shoulder to finish.
Okay, perfect. And where am I parking it? Back in this position?
It doesn't matter. People just chuck it wherever it lands and just go. Yeah.
Right.
So I'll
give rugby tackling you.
So I'll give you a countdown to start and then we're going to get going.
So do I start this end?
Yeah, but you don't slalom yet. You've got to clean her first.
Okay, got it.
Jesus Christ. Wish me luck here.
Kick the baby.
So, take her out, clean her bum, put her back, slalom, touch.
Got it.
I feel like we're going to forget something.
New nappy?
Yeah, that's the new nappy.
Okay, got it.
Those are the wipes.
Right, got
That's the baby.
I've got it. I'm on it.
Okay, are you ready?
Oh, the adrenaline's kicking in.
Oh my God. 3, 2, 1, go. Right, I'm going to have to talk you through it as we go, I feel. So yeah, nappy off. Nice bit of Malteser spread in there. I actually gave her a little bath before we started as well. Dear God, you've just got it all over the floor.
Well, it's not my problem, is it? I leave it for the children to clean.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, Lottie, it's everywhere.
Yeah, and you've now just put it all over her vest as well.
That's all right. She's having a bath later. It's absolutely fine.
Jesus
there we go.
Christ.
Oh, it's worse when it's a girl.
Yeah, there's crevices.
Yes.
It goes everywhere. She's just had a bath as well, so she was nice and clean before she did her poo.
Yeah, that's it. Well, the nappy will take it all off at the end. Oh my God, this is intense.
Are you regretting wanting to do Stroller Speedway now?
No.
You're happy? Yeah, that's it. Nappy's done up.
Yeah, got it.
Perfect. Get her in the pushchair.
Right, now what am I doing?
Slalom that way. Jesus, Annabelle's going to fall out of the bloody pushchair.
Back round?
Yeah, back round. And then touch my shoulder. Don't die. Oh my God. Christ.
Did I win?
I don't know. The rug's like moved, the pushchairs. Are you okay, Annabelle?
She's upright.
Christ. Oh my God. You're actually quite high up the leaderboard. How did you manage that? 1 minute. 1 minute, 6 seconds. You're actually quite high up. You're in here. You're underneath Jem Fulbrook. There you go.
I demand a retry because I reckon I've got more poo on her than you would normally put on the others.
No, I literally put a tablespoon on everyone. Everyone gets exactly the same. But look at you. You're up there.
I'm coming back.
You're coming back and doing it.
Oh, no.
Are you determined to get the top?
Yes.
Oh my God, good Lord. Right, let's head back over.
I need to lie down.
Well done. You're like...
I'm not happy. I want to retest.
You're literally like 6th on the leaderboard and you're like, no.
Not good enough, Lottie.
You're literally so ADHD. You're like, I've got to be the best. I've got to be at the top.
I feel so shitty now. I'm really angry.
You can come back and do it again. Would you like to come back on the podcast and try and beat it? What makes me laugh is that it's a man at the top of the leaderboard. It's a man.
Oh, he cheated.
He didn't cheat. He genuinely didn't cheat.
Yeah, but he has different muscles in his legs.
For Christ's
and he's probably got longer arms and bigger hands.
What difference does that make with changing a nappy? Why do you need bigger hands?
Because he's got bigger range.
No. He just did a good job.
I want to see how he put that baby wipe on his
George
hands.
Crossland's episode.
So he probably went
go back like
I'm gonna watch
10
it.
episodes.
Honestly.
Maybe more.
What's it called?
George Crossland.
Georgia Cheater.
Yeah, Cheater.
Cheater.
Speaking of George, you had George on your podcast, didn't you?
Yeah.
I was watching
Ooh la la.
I was watching his episode last night because my friend Roz was on the same series as him.
Oh.
So I went to Paris.
Just had a baby.
Yeah. So I went to Paris recently, and she was my roommate.
Yeah.
And we were talking about Georges and stuff. And I was like, oh yeah, Georges has been in the podcast studio that I'm in, being on someone else's podcast. And she was telling me all about him and stuff. So
yeah, he lives on the road. So
I know. I was like, that's so funny. What a small world. Like everyone kind of has a little like connection somewhere.
Yeah.
Which is really weird. Yeah. But anyway, I digress. So thank you so much for coming on today.
Thank
you were literally like a last minute step in. Someone cancelled on me because they're poorly at 7:00 last night. But it's like, shit, Sharon.
Who are you going to call?
Sharon. Always Sharon. But I've stepped in for you last
100%. Yeah. So I'm like, right, it's payback time.
Do you know
now.
what? Like, I reckon next time you come on Stroller Speedway, we might just have it as like a step in for someone cancelling. I'll just be like, Sharon, help me.
I think what you should do is get the top 6 people.
What are you on about now?
And do a race.
What, literally do it all together?
All together.
How on earth am I going to do that?
Well, that's for you to think about. It's your podcast.
Oh, for God's sake.
have literally the final.
Do you know, I've
end
never
of
done
season.
it. I've never done Stroller Speedway.
Let's do it.
What, me and you?
I'm going to time you.
Just literally do it together.
No, I'm going to time you.
Okay. Well, next time you're on, I'll do it before you. And
okay.
You can do it as well.
Okay. Perfect.
Cool. Okay.
Perfect.
But thank you so much for stepping in today, and sorry for making you cry.
You're not sorry. Sorry, but not sorry.
But we do know more about you now.
Yeah,
We've seen the real Sharon. I love that.
And that's it. It's just then. But well, you know, when you do talk about stuff that's happened to you, it brings it back up to the surface.
Yeah.
And that's why I know we always say it's good to communicate.
Yeah.
But speaking about it actually is very important because we literally hide things.
And to a real person, not ChatGPT.
Yeah, and we don't deal with stuff.
No, we don't. We don't. As mums, you can't really, because you're so busy managing other people's emotions that you don't have time to manage your own. Yeah. But we need to learn.
Well, you feel that you can't.
Yeah, definitely.
As well, because you're not priority anymore.
Yeah.
And it's not about you.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
You know, and I do think that you can't be seen as vulnerable to your children.
Yeah. Oh, I do. I bloody cry all the time in front of
I think it's important. I think they need to see that.
Yeah.
They need to be emotional because we're running into a world where people are not showing their emotions.
Yeah. Well, I think it used to be a lot more like that. And like now, I think it's getting a bit better. Yeah. And I do cry in front of my kids, and it shows them that it's okay to cry and it's okay to not be okay and to figure out a way out of it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I love that. But could you finish by telling everybody where we can find you at all of your places?
Oh,
this
my
might take
God,
a while.
Right, okay. Podcast, Wedding Mayhem. If you want a wedding dress, Love Me Do Brides. If you want spa rituals, I do menopause cream and calming cream. It stops mums being angry. That is Wild Queen. If you want some honey, it is the Queen BBs. If you want to sponsor me for the marathon, it is Sharon Underwood 10 at Just Giving.
Sorry, I just nodded off for a bit there.
Oh, and the book is Nanny and the Allotment, available on Amazon.
Dear God. Right. Thank you for coming on, and thank you so much to everyone for watching and listening at home. Please do subscribe, download, comment. Actually, I was going to say as well, I don't know if you feel like this. Do you ever look at your statistics of the podcast on like audio platforms, particularly, and you see all these numbers, you see like 1,000 people have listened, but you're like, you don't know who those people are. Yeah. And you're like, do you ever think that's really weird? So I was going to say, if you do listen, please do drop me a DM over at titstumsandallthingsmum, because I just want to know who you are. Like, I want to know who these 1,000 people are that listen, because it's so weird.
On my podcast, I'm actually frightened to do that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I've got mixed bag of people.
Oh, I just want to know who they are. Like, who are these people?
Who are you?
Who are you? Drop me a comment on YouTube if you're watching, or drop me a DM or a review on audio platforms if you're listening as well, because I just want to know who you are. I want to know a bit about you, because I'm just talking to this camera and Darren, and Yeah.
And me.
And you.
But yeah. I have to say, it's a fantastic. I watch it.
Thanks.
I know I'm not a mum, but I'm a grandmum, and I think it's still relevant.
Yeah,
and
I love it. I watch yours as well because you just crack me up. You as a person.
I don't think I'm supposed to do that.
I know, it's just so funny. It makes me laugh. I love it.
Random stuff.
But yeah, thank you to everyone for listening. Comment below, and I'll see you next time.